Since there are a lot of people who started League recently or want to start League soon, I wanted to create this series. My name is Shut Never Die, and with that I welcome you to How to Play League. Important notice, this isn't a guide on how to play League. This is a series in which I teach the essentials of League to absolute beginners. The basics. The basics are quite easy, but I still want to cover them since I feel like it's important if you haven't watched or played League yet, but want to understand it. This is the Nexus. The Nexus is guarded by two so-called Nexus towers. Then we have 3 inhibitors, one for each lane. On each lane, there are 3 more towers. Additionally, this is the fountain, and this is what happens when an enemy walks into it. Not so healthy. Before you start, with 172 champions at the time of recording, there is a chance that you have absolutely no clue which one you want to play. Luckily for us, Riot Games, the developer of League of Legends, have categorized all champions into at least one of 6 categories. But I do not always agree with only one category, because, let's be real, all champions usually are part of 2 categories. Let's take the most well-known champion, Ahri, the Nine-Tailed Fox. She's categorized as a mage. Usually we call mages that do extreme damage burst mages. But Ahri is known for being a mage assassin. Why, you might ask? Well, she has 3 free dashes, which makes her incredibly mobile for a mage. Same thing with LeBlanc, but we don't want to go into the details just yet. That's a topic for another video in which I go through all 172 champions and explain their roles. Expect this video no less than 2 months. So what should you do? Easy. Riot Games is so kind to give you 5 free champions in a tutorial, all with different category. Lux is a control mage. She has crowd control, which means she can hold you at your place for 2 seconds. That is called a root, since you can still cast all of your spells that do not include movement. Darius is a bruiser that is known for his bleed damage. Every time he hits you with one of his 3 main abilities, he makes you bleed, meaning you receive damage over time. His goal is to get this sign above your head to literally dunk you. Master Yi is an assassin known for his non-existence. Okay, let me explain. Every time Master Yi uses his Q, he literally disappears even from the map. Additionally, out of the 3 damage types there are, his main damage types are physical, also known as AD damage, and true damage, which ignores both magic resistance and armor, since it literally just chunks your health. Misfortune. Oh yeah, the ADC that deals way too much damage for being an absolute beginner champion. Nothing against beginner champions. If you decide to play her, make sure to target switch as much as possible. Never hit the same target twice with your auto attacks. Her passive Love Tap makes sure to deal 50 to 100% damage on top of the basic attack damage. Brand is a special case of a support mage that is more burst than actual support. His combo of WEQ deals a ton of damage whilst also stunning the opponent hit by the Q for 1.75 seconds. That is deadly as the target is already ablaze, dealing bonus match damage over time. I'll probably make a quick guide to each of these 5 champions in the upcoming week or so. One video where I go through all 5 tutorial champions.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
This is the Summoner's Rift. This is a place where you'll spend about 95% of your time in League of Legends. Meaning, knowing the map is important. But not to worry, you have a minimap, which I would scale up a bit, but not too much, though this is preference. Additionally, there are these little guys. This is a minion. 35 seconds into the game, the minions spawn and fight on their own. There are forces sent from the Nexus to defeat the enemy Nexus. I think that's kind of obvious. Defeating a minion grants experience points and gold, meaning this beautiful content on the top right of your screen is kind of important, as it counts your score of defeated minions and monsters. but be aware that specific champions who can spawn minions, or monsters I should say, like Malzahar summoning his Voidlings or Heimerdinger building his turrets, do not count toward the creep score, but still give you gold, but no experience points. Attempt to defeat as many minions as possible. Usually we say that 3 to 5 minions per wave is good. A wave has 6 to 9 minions depending on the state of the game. If you manage to defeat more minions than your enemy, you shuffle more gold, which then gives you an advantage in lane since you can kill more minions more easily since you already killed more minions. With that you achieve lane control. More on that in another video. Kills and assist. I know this might sound stupid, but you never have to kill an enemy champion. It's useful to create an opening to attack the enemy turret that eventually wins you the game. You kill an enemy not for a KDA, wrong KDA, kill, death and assist ratio, but to receive more gold and experience to destroy the enemy turrets easier. Additionally, the only real reason you kill an enemy is to stop them from destroying your own turrets. Roles. More often than not, your role determines your style of champion that you're gonna play. In the top lane, you usually play a bruiser like Darius or a tank like Malphite. The jungle is very flexible, but ends up really filling what is missing in a team composition. Most commonly though, you'll see an assassin like Nocturne, a tank like Sejuani, or a bruiser like Viego in the jungle. The mid lane is known for assassins like Zed and mages like Veigar, whilst the bot lane is exclusive to AD carries, also known as marksmen like Caitlyn or Jinx. The support role is oftentimes either an enchanter like Lulu, or a tank like Leona, or good old Pyke. He's listed as an assassin with way too much crowd control, by the way. Summoner spells. In League, there are many summoner spells. The name summoner stems from you. You are the summoner. Every player can have 2 summoner spells for a game. Here's a quick overview of all summoner spells. The first you'll see in pretty much every game from almost every champion, Flash. Flash lets you traverse a short distance in an instant. During the Flash, you are immune to every source of damage, and effectively unable to be hit by everything. Use it to traverse walls while chased. Avoid crowd control if you're low on health, or to close the gap for a kill opportunity. Then there is Teleport, usually used by every champion in the top lane, mages in the mid lane and tank supports. With Teleport, you can literally teleport to an allied minion, ward or place traps like the jacket box from Shaco. Then there is Smite. No, not the game man. I'm talking about the summoner spell. At the start of the game it deals 600 true damage, but as we'll see in the next topic, it evolves over time. You'll smite monsters and later in the game champions, but mainly jungle monsters, especially the objectives like the dragons or the Baron Nashor. Fourth you'll see many times is Heal. Heal is the summoner spell primarily used by marksmen or AD carries. They'll use Heal to survive attacks of assassins and even mages. To avoid dying from ganks, we'll get to what a gang is in the 4th video in the series, no worries. Then they'll use it for movement speed to avoid, well, dying in general. Another you'll see more rarely, but if you see it you definitely should know, is Exhaust. Exhaust does exactly what the name suggests. It slows the target champion for 3 seconds by 40% and reduces the damage dealt by that champion for 35%. Why use the exact metrics here? Because that's literally everything the summoner spell does. Why is important? It's pretty easy. Dealing less damage results in you having a worse chance of doing what you want to do, be it escaping or trying to slow down your chases, or running in general. I mean, 40% is quite a lot. Ignite is one of the most important summoner spells for every role except the jungle, though even junglers could take Ignite. I'm looking at you, Shaco. Anyhow, Ignite ignites the enemy champion for 5 full seconds, revealing them no matter where they are and dealing damage based on the level of the champion who used Ignite over time. Additionally, Grievous Wounds are applied. Grievous Wounds reduce the healing done by the enemy champion by a set value that is 40% and does not stack. We have a summoner spell that has just risen in popularity next, which is Barrier. As you can imagine, a barrier tries to shield the champion that uses it. Barrier creates a barrier around the champion that uses it for 2.5 seconds, and the higher the level, the stronger the shield. Unless absolutely necessary, I'm not gonna get into the values in this video, as you've noticed. For the summoner spell, I have to tell you about a stat. Tenacity is a stat that reduces all crowd control by the percentage shown here, by pressing and holding C. Cleanse sets it to 100% momentarily, meaning all sorts of crowd control except airborne, suppression and nearsight will be cleansed in an instant. Afterwards you'll be awarded 75% additional tenacity flat for 3 seconds, and yes, this stacks. Now we have Ghost. Ghost gives you between 24% and 50% additional movement speed for 10 seconds. What's ghosting you? Ghosting means that you can traverse units during that time frame. You'll still be hit by every spell, even unit collision, but you can run through them while ghosted. Clarity, Mark and Dash are only used in ARAM, a game mode played on a separate map, but just quickly, Clarity gives you personally 50% of your mana back, whilst 25% for every ally around you. Mark throws out a snowball, or something similar, that on champion hit marks them. Afterwards, the summoner spell turns into Dash, which I think is self-explanatory. You dash to the marked target, ignoring all unit collision and spells on the way. In 2026, role quests were added. Each of the 5 roles has one quest. Each quest has its own goal, and gives the champion that finishes the quest an additional buff. We start in the top lane, with the top lane quest. Right, really wasn't creative with the names, huh? Anyhow, the top lane quest needs you to reach 1200 points. You get points by killing champions, killing minions, taking down turret platings, taking down the turret itself, and taking down epic monsters like the Void Grubs, the Heralds of the Rift aka Shelly, Baron Nashor, or the Dragons. You are rewarded with the Unleashed Teleport, an evolution to a teleport if you have TP with you as a summoner spell, or as a third summoner spell that called the Quest spell, which has the exact same function as a normal teleport. If you have TP with you, you'll get shielded after teleporting. Additionally, you gain 12.5% more XP of all sources, and the level cap is increased from 18 to 20 just for you though. The junglers have their quests through one of the 3 items. You can choose between the aggressive Gustwalker Hatchling, the defensive Moose Stomper Seedling, or the sneaky Scorch Claw Pup. Either way, the quest needs you to finish upgrading a pet you receive from the items. For that, you'll need to just eliminate the monsters in the jungle 35 times to be exact. Meaning, you need around 4 to 5 full clears and a Drake or the Void Grubs. It's a lot of theory, you can see it in the background. Afterwards, you receive the Primal Smite from your pet, and receive 10 more gold and XP from killing jungle camps, as well as 4% movement speed in the jungle and river while in combat, and 8% whilst out of combat. The mid lane quest is rather boring actually. You need to reach 1350 points with the same method as in the top lane. You'll receive new tier 3 boots, meaning the boots you have of these right here will be upgraded to the tier 3 variant exclusive to the mid lane. Additionally, you'll receive a Void or Empowered recall every 5 minutes after you used the last one, reduced by 1 minute per champion takedown, meaning a kill or assist. The ADC quest is the same as their counterpart in the top lane, once again, but this time the ADC receives a 7th item slot. In it, the boots are stored, meaning the ADC can build 6 full items. Initially, since the role is extremely gold dependent, they gain 300 gold flat for completing the quest. Each minion kill rewards them 2 extra gold and 5 extra gold per takedown, meaning kill or assist again. The support has the quest through the World Atlas, meaning they must upgrade the World Atlas to the Bounty of Worlds and evolve it into the item you want. I go through each role and their general ID and thus the support items upgrades in another video. But the most important thing is that you also teach the game yourself a bit. Anyhow, after the evolution happens and the quest has been completed, supports will be rewarded with a 7th item slot for control wards. Placing these not only grants you vision, but also disables other stealth wards, aka normal wards, for the rest of their lifetime, and all wards placed afterwards until the control ward is destroyed. Initially, control wards cost 40 instead of 75 gold for the support. In this video, I touched the general understanding of the game, delve into the roles and their quests, as well as the summoner spells. Now it's up to you to start playing. Choose your role, get comfortable with the starter champion. In the next video we'll take a closer look at all the stats in League of Legends, understanding what a vamp means, all kinds of resources, and in the third we'll take a quick guide, or I'll call it overview, of all 5 basic champions, their spells, combos, and recommended builds. The video will probably be rather long, so I hope you understand the basics now. And with that, hey guys, and welcome to the Encard. I hope you learned something new if you just started out with League. If so, please like and subscribe. I will release these videos with about a week or 2 buffer in between them. As I'm currently rather busy, I can't guarantee you that they will come exactly every 2 or 3 weeks, but I try my best to do so. In the meantime, you can watch my first game of the 2026 season in the top left of your screen, or you can watch me rant about AI in the top right. In the bottom left you'll find my social media handles. Stay healthy, enjoy your day, and until the next time, as always, ciao, Leute!